Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good start to your week as it's Monday and it's been baking this weekend. I hope you guys have been sleeping all right with this heat. Um, as the old proverb goes, silence is golden. No news is good news because we're hearing not a lot of information in terms of at board level. It probably is by the time this video goes out. Because I'm sure everybody's going to be quoting ex West Ham employee left, right, and centre, like everybody always does, myself included. But as the time of this recording, there's a lot of talk about Mandy Staveley in negotiations with West Ham. It looks like that is actually really gaining some momentum. It's not exactly going to like there's going to be a takeover this weekend. That's not going to happen. But I do think that, as I mentioned previously about the Kretinsky video, in terms of his shares, I did say that he'll be seeking external investment, and I still think that's what's going to happen. Staveley and Co, alongside Krasinski, Vanessa Gold, Trip Smith, and who the other 1.1% shareholders are. Sullivan's off. I can guarantee it. Sullivan will be off. I guarantee if Staveley says I will give you 300 million or quarter of a billion, 300 million for your shares, it will be like the proverbial roadrunner, man. He will have dust. Even though coming up to 80, he will have dust on his way out. I guarantee it. 100%. Because that's all he cares about. He wants money. It's all he wants. It's all he wants. But as I say, things are good. Obviously, Steve Nixon, as I say, is probably more than likely going to want reassurances what's happening at board level. Gonzo did a brilliant video yesterday talking about Kretinsky in terms of the fact that nobody is doing any football things at West Ham in the board level. Quite rightly so. Nobody involved actually has a commission in the club, shall we say, has got real experience running a football club. Vanessa Gold is in for it unfortunately, because of her late father. She took over the shares once he and unfortunately her sister passed away in very quick concession between the two. Kretinsky's got dealings with Slavia Prague and probably knows how to do bits and pieces here and there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the situation is. I can only surmise from what I'm reading and seeing and listening and hearing as well, for that matter. There is a lot of problems at West Ham United. We know that. There's, but as I said many times, the board level has to be fixed in order for any progression to start, and that includes bringing in new people. Which also, by the way, guys, if you checked out West Ham United's LinkedIn account, they are advertising for stewards and a few other roles like that. So they're also advertising for I think it's a coach in the women's game, a few other bits and pieces. I put my name forward for a steward. Why not? See how it goes. See what happens. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't, doesn't. Evening and weekends coming up soon, guys. It'd be quite entertaining to do. I'm not going to do a vlog showing everybody. This is how it happens at West Ham. None of that sort of stuff. I'm not that sort of person. If it happened, but have a look. You never know. You generally never know. But as I say, guys, there is a lot of speculation floating around at the moment. But of course, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts, and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron, supporting food banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area, and further afield for that matter, as they're supporting a hell of a lot in Hertfordshire, Essex, loads and loads of food banks, guys. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. Okay, so get back to the video in terms of the purpose of this video, because obviously over the weekend we talked about the poll results that you guys have voted in the community tab and the Facebook group. Thank you very much to everybody that has done so. Identified 7 key players, one of which obviously is Jared Bowen by a landslide. They're reading articles over the last few days to show that he wants to stay, but also wants to have some key players staying. We've pretty much figured out who those are through the poll results. So obviously Bowen himself, Fernandez, to a lesser extent Somerville, Mavropanos, Carl Walker-Peters, You could possibly throw Diouf's name in there, possibly. Tommy Suchek definitely. So there's about 7 or 8 that you guys that have taken the time to cast your votes have kind of deemed as key players. Obviously, Disassi would be a key player 100% in that, but he's returned to Chelsea. Maybe we can. Maybe if Amanda Staveley comes in and the money's being spent, we might be able to tempt him away out of there, out of Chelsea permanently, and come to us because we will stand a fantastic chance of promotion with Disassi and Mavropanos at the centre back pairing. Oh, can you imagine that? How great that would be. I mean, obviously it's not going to be perfect. It wasn't perfect last season, but if you got looking at the back four of potentially Kyle Walker Peters, let's say Disassi, Mavropanos, and maybe even Ollie Scarles as left back. I, I think that's pretty handy. I think that's a pretty decent back four, don't you? I really do. I can see that. Really can see that. What was it going to be? Mavropanos and Todibo? No, thank you. No, no, no. But yeah. So as I say, there is a just going back to the main point of this video, even. We are having a lot of changes at the minute, and nothing just because nothing's coming out doesn't mean anything's bad. Doesn't mean anything's good either, for that matter. But we've got to be patient, as I always say. We've got to be patient and wait and see what happens. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you starting to panic now in terms of because there's no news constantly coming out? Or do you actually feel it's a good idea, like that it should be that way? Because obviously, at the end of the day, it's like going back to the old days for those viewers. Because I've seen the metrics on this, guys, and the majority of my viewing audience for this channel are older than me. Some of you are slightly younger than me, but the majority are well older than me. And talking of which, guys, over the last 4 weeks, 91% of you guys have been watching the videos are not subscribed. So it'd be great if you could. Sorry, if, of 91% of you are new viewers, I should say, and just about 81% of that 91% are new viewers that haven't subscribed. So please do hit that like button as well. That really helps out. The more advertising this gets via likes, the more people come in, engage the channel, etc., etc. But yeah, guys, please do subscribe as well, for that matter. I'm not going to put the animations up. You know how to do it. But seriously, what you guys are returning a hell of a lot, and there's a hell of a lot of new viewers not subscribed. So if you keep coming back, then please do hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell and to switch it on to all notifications so you know when new content's going up. I know the content that's been going up over the last, basically since Friday, has not been really what people want to be getting, because people want to get news about what's going on at board level. So which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video again. But I was really only going to do it on Tuesday, but I thought today might be a better day to do it, as bearing in mind, there are a lot of quiet times at the moment, and there will be for another few days. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy your day, or enjoy your week for that matter, because Christ knows when this is going up. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll speak to you once I hear anything worthwhile talking about. All the best now.